As a man,
Yeah. Do you think men should get married? Of
is it different for men and women?
course. I'm just telling you, as a man, do you think men should get married?
We live?
We live.
We live. Welcome back to the Opinion Factory podcast, quarantine edition, the podcast for free thinkers and challenge seekers.
Yes, sir.
I'm Khelil.
I'm Alex.
And man, we're coming on that age, man.
What age?
The big question.
What question?
You know what I'm saying? It's time to settle down and get married,
What?
That's us. We're up next.
What you talking? What you talking
We're
about,
up
son?
next, bro.
Who?
All of our parents, grandparents, aunts, and uncles we saw all married for like 30, 40 years, 50 years, 20 years. They started right around this age, bro.
I don't know.
And right, you ain't feeling the pressure right now?
To do what?
To get married, to find the one. You in your mid-20s. What's your parents thinking? What's your aunts thinking? Your uncles thinking? You're done with school. You're in your career. You had that started.
Different generation,
man.
man.
Find a nice girl. You got to find a nice boy.
Different generation.
I don't think
bro.
so.
Different generation,
I don't think so, bro.
Different generation, bro.
I feel like they still want us to start thinking about getting married right now.
So as a man, you think you should be getting married?
As a man?
Yeah. Do you think men should get married?
Is it different for men and women?
Of course. I'm just telling you, as a man, do you think men should get married?
If
I'll answer this question for you, bro.
If they want to, right?
No, men shouldn't get married. All right, that's this episode. I'll see y'all next week.
There's no blanket yes or no answer to this question. I mean, is it more dangerous for men to get married than women? Yeah, for sure. That doesn't mean they shouldn't get married.
What's the incentive for me, bro? I need someone to explain that to me, man. What's the incentive for us to get married? Like from a man's perspective, what's the incentive for us to get married?
I feel like no one should be convinced to get married, though. There shouldn't be any incentives or like kickbacks or rewards.
So what's the point?
It's only if you want to. It's just something that's cool.
Cool how?
It's just cool, bro.
Getting a dog is cool.
You're asking me. I am the wrong person to be asking.
Like, come on, son. I just want to know from a man's perspective, right? We'll have a follow-up episode with some women on here, of course. But from guy to guy, bro, what is the incentive for us to get married?
From guy to guy, the incentive is a happy woman.
Nah, man.
A happy woman. If you're a man and you're not really interested in being married in the first place, it's going to be impossible to convince that guy to get married, right? So in that case, the incentives, if it's not internal, I would say one of those is a happy woman.
Oh, so it's all about her.
Well, when you think about it, marriage is about the woman.
And then until you get hit with the divorce papers, right?
Who says we're going to get divorced, though?
The statistics.
That doesn't happen.
Yeah, it never happens, man.
That doesn't happen.
Bro. Only 45% of people is getting divorced for no reason.
If you get married, that means it's true love.
It's a made-up statistic, bro. I got you, man.
If you get married, that means it's true love. That means no one can cheat. You guys are going to be committed forever, and the world will know.
Oh man, what kind of? I blame Disney for this, honestly.
Oh,
I'm blaming
I was going there,
this, bro.
I'm glad you went there. I was going there.
I'm blaming all these princess movies, Cinderella, Sleeping Beauty, Snow White. I'm blaming all those princess movies.
Mm-hmm.
This is just it just don't make no sense, bro. There gotta be a time where you realize, it's 2020 now. All these preconceptions that used to work before, used to work in the past, this doesn't work no more. It don't work.
You think that's why like all the recent, very very popular Disney movies haven't been ending in marriage, like Frozen? Like look at Frozen.
Damn, I actually never watched Frozen. That's on my list, bro.
That's actually, I can't even speak to like the recent popular movies because that's the only recent popular one that I've seen. I haven't seen Rapunzel or like Brave or like any of the other ones, but I've seen Frozen. And in the end, I don't know if you care about spoilers.
Oh, go ahead, bro. I'll watch on my own time.
Minor spoiler: no one gets married at the end.
All right. Word.
Right? At the end, the true love was between, how much do you love your siblings? How much do you love your family? It wasn't about the guy and finding Prince Charming and anything like that. There was romance. Of course, it's a Disney movie. But I liked it in the fact that at the end of it, it wasn't this happy, neat ending, and everything was well.
It just, man.
So maybe these girls watching Disney now are not gonna grow up with those expectations, right? But for the ones that we got, they grew up with Cinderella, Sleeping Beauty,
which is cool, bro. But like, what's the point, fam? So you have your special wedding day, like, is that it?
All right, not for the man. If you're talking about from the man's perspective, we don't. Yeah. The wedding day's not for us.
All right, so what's for us? What do I get out of this, bro? My girl's happy, cool. She wasn't.
Besides the happy wife, you get the tax breaks, right? You get some like
tax.
Yeah, you get some leniency there.
Yeah, tax credit, bro.
Yeah, what does that mean? I don't even know what that means. You get money?
Not really. It's just your two-house. You might get taxed at a slightly lower bracket, bro, or slightly higher. It's just a very small incentive. I'll be sure to put a graphic in here that goes over it and a link to
very interesting stuff.
It's like it's very. Come on, fam.
So I mean,
right. I want to know you. You think you're gonna get married?
If I'm gonna get married? Yeah, I want to get married.
All right, so why are you gonna get married?
I don't know.
You see, that's terrible, bro. That doesn't make no sense to me.
No, because I'm just like it's something that
I'm gonna sign over some contract with the government, and if me and my girl break up, it's gonna look ugly. Hey, why you do it?
Idea of it.
I don't know.
No, I get what you. I don't like the idea of it, like in theory, but I've always like had a desire to do it. Not a burning desire. Like if I don't get married, I wouldn't be like distraught and think like my life is a failure or anything like that. But I feel like it'd be kind of dope to get married. What and that's just because of I think that's because I've been conditioned.
But what changes for you when you get married, bro?
When you get married, it's like the next level or something like that, like in the relationship. Isn't that what it is? You're asking, bro. Stop asking me these questions. I'm trying to give it to you from a man's perspective.
Yes, and you can't even give me the reason why you get married, bro. I just want to know why, fam. I want to know
because I love my girl. I don't need to get married, but I just want to.
So that you want to
I find a girl. I love her.
Okay.
I want to get married.
I just don't see the jump from 2 to 3.
There is no logical step. All right.
So we're just doing things.
What I'm telling you. So here's the thing. If you get married as a man and you have a prenup, would you say men can get married or men should get married as long as there's a prenup involved?
There's a prenup involved. It's better.
It won't save you from all the divorce lawyer fees, but at least you get to keep your shit.
I mean, there's a lot of stuff you can put in there, but I mean, prenups don't even get freaking honored all the time either, bro.
What do you mean?
There's times where you didn't hear about the KG thing? Happened a while ago, but there's times where judges can like throw out the prenup because of certain conditions or whatever.
Kevin Garnett?
Yeah.
Wait, what happened to him?
The KG thing, you could even challenge a prenup, fam. Like the prenup can be challenged, and that's like, man, prenups are cool. I'm not saying they don't get honored all the time, but even it's not like a foolproof thing. You know what's foolproof? Not getting married. Yeah, look at that, bro. Right,
bro. So
imagine if you had like a pet, right? You had like a dog that was with you for like 10 years.
Yeah.
Then you get married, then you get divorced.
Oh,
and now they get the dog.
Like, okay. What's hoping that you were not gonna compare having a dog to having a wife, but I'm glad you didn't go there.
No, all right.
Okay, go. I didn't catch.
Why you gonna catch the last part, man? Come on, man. We don't do that over here, man. Come on.
I didn't catch the last part, bro. Can you say it again?
Come on, man. All right. But now the wife keeps the dog, or the husband keeps the dog. You know what I'm saying? So when I came in here, this was clearly mine before I got here. And now you keep the dog.
Or even if you got the dog while you guys were together, who gets it after?
Yeah, right. And it's like, usually the person that keeps the house, and who often keeps the house? It's usually the wife.
The person keeps the house and the dog.
Yeah, it's just like something about like the change of scenery won't be good for the pets or whatever. Some nonsense, bro. But it's like, yo, come on, man. It's like, what's the incentive for me? If we don't get married, I know it's mine. It's mine.
See, I'm trying to look at this from a man's perspective, right? But I'm also like thinking about like, what about all the women who might watch this and be like, you know what they're not saying?
What?
Why men don't want to get married?
Why?
You don't want to commit.
Why am I in a relationship for you? Like what? What?
We don't want to commit. We don't want to, because marriage is like a sign of increased commitment to women.
Commitment to who?
To them, to the relationship.
You mean to the government?
to the relationship.
To the government, fam? Like commitment to who, fam?
Bro,
Bro,
I
if I've
don't
been
know.
with you for 7 years, I've been faithful. You know, we pay the bills together, all this type of stuff. What is this marriage thing gonna do
That
for
don't
me?
matter. That don't matter. There's no
What,
ring. There's no ring, baby. None of that matters.
I'll get you. What's the word I'm looking for? What's the word I'm looking for? I can't even think of the word I'm looking for. I'll get you like a
A promise ring.
no, not a promise ring. Just a symbolic ring. I'll get you a symbolic ring. How about that, man? Is that better for you? It's
For
symbolic.
me,
Yeah. Is that better? Is that better for the woman? Is that better for them?
I have no idea. We should probably save that part for the next part.
Man.
I don't know.
Yeah. So
I'm trying
I'm
to
saying,
think. All right. So
from
here's the
man
thing.
to man,
Hold on.
from man to man, bro.
I plead the
Can't even
fifth. I'm
think of
calling my
something.
lawyer.
You
Google.
need a
Hold on.
lawyer, bro. Now you need lawyers to break up with your girl. You need lawyers to break up with your girl.
There's an article called.
Bro, what sense does this make? Why would I need a lawyer to break up with my girl? For what?
Bro.
For what, fam?
All of it, to be honest, from my perspective, it all seems rather unnecessary. All right, I don't see why anybody, not even just a man, I don't see why anyone should be pressed to get married. To be honest with you, the tax credits ain't worth it. You can do everything that you can do in a marriage while not in a marriage. You can still travel. You can still buy a house. You can still own a car. You can still have children. You can still do all these things. But there's this archaic notion that if a man is not married to you, he can up and leave at any moment. But a man who is married to you can still do that shit. So I don't get it, bro. Because not only do we have to pay thousands of dollars for the wedding itself, for that day. People take out loans for that, right? We got to pay for the honeymoon, right? Which has to be to some exotic, high maintenance location because it has to be a good honeymoon, right? I don't mind the traveling, so I'm not even going to put that on there. So we have to pay for the wedding, right? And then if shit doesn't work out, I can't just like, all right, we're not working out. You can't just be like, all right, we're not working out. Let's split up losses and be out. We gotta ruin our lives to break up, bro. We gotta get into debt. We gotta have all these lawyer fees. And I don't know if the women do it too. If the women get as much lawyer fees as the men do, isn't it the one who files, the one who has to pay for the fees?
I don't know.
Some rule. There's some rule, but I know the men are the ones who usually get it the worst.
Yeah.
Right? Correct me if I'm wrong. And so all this stuff is saying, why would I go through that when I can still love you just as much as I would love you, but for free? For the both of us. The less money I spend on the wedding, the more money I have to spend on you and the house and the kids, right?
It's a very scary, man. I'm not gonna say it's a scary thing. It's just something that doesn't make sense to me, bro. It don't make sense. There's just no incentive here, man. I can't leave when I want. What's there's no, bro. If I there's like you just said, there's no point for me to get married. I can love my girl perfectly fine the same way. There's just no point. There's no point.
I don't love you any more or any less after I've put a ring on your finger. I don't get what is so important about this ring. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you, bro. I don't get it. I'm really confused. This is coming from someone who wants to get married. I like the idea of the ceremony and the celebration and all that stuff. I might even have like a non-traditional wedding. I might just like take my wife, all my boys, all our family, fly out somewhere, go to like a resort for a week, and celebrate our union that way. Call it a marriage, right? Then we put a ring on our finger in the court, right? Instead of having the wedding, the ceremony, the bridesmaids, whatever. None of that. I might do it different. But I do like the idea of celebrating your union after a certain point. Call that marriage, call that domestic partnership, call that, call it whatever you want. I do like the idea of celebrating, but I don't like the idea of the government contract, of the idea that if I don't do this, I am afraid of commitment when I've been with you for 15 years and I've been faithful the whole while. None of that matters because I don't want to put a ring on your finger that trumps everything else.
You can just do a symbolic ceremony, fam. You just don't sign the papers. You do a symbolic wedding, fam. That's all you gotta do. You can have a symbolic ring, for matter of fact. But what's the point of actually doing for women? I could probably get it. They want to be, they want to have some security, I guess, which is fair to. I don't know.
From the government?
I mean, hey,
you need security from me, from the government.
You have security if things break. If you break up or whatever, or if you become a stay-at-home mom, you get some money to.
Oh, so they just want something to show for it. They want something to show for the relationship, is what you're saying.
I don't know, man. We'll definitely
I hear that a lot. I don't want to have kids with my baby daddy. I want to have kids with my husband.
Well, I do hear that, and that's just like It's a title. Fam, it's a title.
Honestly,
It's just a title, bro.
You can have a
just a title.
shitty husband. You can have a wonderful baby daddy.
Yeah, it's just a title, baby. Like
That's literally all it is.
Like, I don't have kids with my boyfriend. It's literally
sure, but
just a title, fam.
The fact that
just a title.
What you said bothers me. The fact that if they're looking for security from this, like
you have
to trying to lock somebody down so that they don't feel as free as they used to feel. Like, is that what's going on here?
The female brain works very differently, man. There's just some things, we're never gonna understand. There's things women are never gonna understand about men. Men are never gonna understand about women.
So let's make a bunch of assumptions right now, right? Since there's a woman here, all right. So let's say from our perspective, what does this look like? It looks to me, from what you said, that women feel more committed to if men willingly make it harder for them to leave the relationship. That must mean that I really rock with you.
Or it just means I'm trapped. But hey, you can look at whatever way you want.
But I'm trapped with you. I trapped myself with you.
On, fam. Like, this might be one of the shortest episodes we have, but I cannot see the benefit to me.
But the thing is, here's another thing. So women tend to want to get married more.
Yeah.
But women are the ones who usually file for divorce first.
Hey man, you want to have your cake? You want to have your cake and eat it too?
Explain that to me, please.
Can't tell you. Can't tell you.
I'm about to teach you some stats right now. Hold up.
All right, go ahead, man.
I'm about to call my lawyer.
Read me the marriage statistics, bro. Last time I checked, it was 45% end of divorce or so, about 40. It might be around 40. I mean, but hey, you'll never break up because you're in that 60% no matter what. Everyone's in that 60% that stays together. It's like that don't make no sense, bro. How are you gonna be so sure you're the one that works out? There's no way to be so sure you worked out. Now you just made the whole process more complicated.
So according to divorcemag.com, according to a 2015 study, women initiate 69% of all divorces. Now, why the fuck, excuse my French, why the fuck did you have me in a happy relationship, pay for the wedding, pay for the dress, pay for the caterers, pay for the venue, pay for all this shit, pay for the ring, pay for the engagement ring, then for the wedding ring, right? 2 rings, all right? Just for you to then divorce me because I committed myself more than you did when you were saying this was a symbol of our commitment. This is baffling to me. I actually never had that train of thought before. If you're the one who wanted more, why are you the one divorcing more? Wouldn't it make sense if men were more apprehensive and then they ended up divorcing more? Wouldn't that make more sense? If we're so afraid of commitment, why do we stay in it? What? So we have stats that prove men stay in commitment longer.
Bro.
But now we're the ones afraid of commitment. It's probably because we know y'all 69%. There's a 69% chance that if I do this, you're going to dump me and I'm going to have to pay all these fees when I didn't have to pay them in the first place.
Listen, man, I'm all just about protecting my security. My security is fine. You can call it selfish. You call it whatever you want, right? I got to protect myself. So you can maybe if you do the prenup, I'll be more open to this situation. But there's just nothing else besides a title, fam.
So what's wrong with a domestic partnership?
I don't know. People will judge you. Like I don't care what people say.
Judge you?
Yeah, people judge you. Like, oh, she has baby daddies. She has baby daddies, or like.
No, I'm talking about domestic partnership. That's like something that can get recognized by the state. The state recognizes that you live together, you're in a committed relationship, and you share expenses with each other, and you both sustain each other. The state gets notarized by a bank or by whatever you want to get notarized by, and the state recognizes that. So it's something that can get notarized by the state.
Yeah.
And so you have the government viewpoint, you have the government part of it in there, right? There's that official notarization that happens. So now the government knows. But ain't no divorce lawyers got to get involved. This shit goes south.
That's true.
And that's a valid fear. I don't want nobody to come here saying, yo, what are you thinking about divorce for? If you get married, then, you shouldn't be thinking about divorce because no one's going to get married thinking they're going to get divorced.
I don't I don't know, fam. I'm
And
looking
that's
at
the
this
very
right now.
problem. No one thinks they're going to get divorced, but 69, well, not
Yeah,
69%
hold on,
of people
hold
do,
on. I
though.
think the term you're looking for is common law marriage, not the domestic partnership. I'm seeing domestic partnership. Some of the benefits you recognize in all states. You're not considered family by law, and they aren't recognized on the federal level, but you can be some nonsense. And married couples automatically inherit others' assets upon death. Not the case for domestic partners, but you can just have a will. I mean,
Okay.
fam.
So what's the benefit from having a federal level of recognition versus a state level of
Taxes, maybe.
recognition?
I don't know, bro. I'm looking this up right now. I just it's a very just
Sounds
on
like
it.
a rant, bro. I'm
Yeah,
really, it
no,
sounds like a rant, but I'm really trying
I'm
to
trying to
understand,
be.
bro.
No, I'm just saying, like, if you're a woman, right, and maybe we can exclude, like, from a guy to guy, bro, from guy to guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're like, oh, why aren't you getting married? I don't want to. Yeah, that's it.
What does that mean?
All right.
That means you don't love your girl.
If you said that to me, I'll slap you. Bro, you said that to me, I'm slapping you, bro. I swear.
Why
Swear,
are
bro.
you in a relationship with someone that you have no intention of getting married to?
I swear, bro.
That's literally what people
swear,
say to
bro.
you. No, that's literally what people will say to you.
I know people
Why
got their
date
like
to not get married?
people
Why
got like
waste this
that.
person's time?
People got like their religious beliefs, like you have to date to find your husband or wife. But if you're not of that same volition or whatever, it's that same attitude, that mindset.
Is it because we're not really religious guys? Is that what's going on?
I mean, I hope not. I hope that's not what it'd be about.
That would be kind of sad, though, right? Because if your religion is making you get married and not love, I wouldn't want to get married to you.
People do a lot of things for outside forces, man. That's not in their control, really. Or it is in their control, but son, you still haven't given me a good reason, fam.
I told you, a happy wife, a happy woman. That's a good reward right there.
Well, a happy me, bro.
You'll be fine.
I'll be fine.
Yeah.
Nah, it's too much pressure now.
No. Give yourself a couple of years to make back what you lost for the wedding, and you'll be fine.
What? Huh?
Give yourself a couple of years to make back the money.
It's not about getting my money back, bro. Now I just
have lost in the wedding, and then you'll be back to square one. But now you got a ring.
Nah, and added pressure now. You see, maybe that's what. Maybe we're misinterpreting pressure and security, man. The added pressure on us is security for them. That's what it is, right? The added pressure on us to not go anywhere, to not break up with them.
But
it's more security.
There's pressure, but there's also risk. Like I feel like that's a huge portion of why men are apprehensive about this stuff. It's just the risk.
It's just the risk to me doesn't make any sense, and then it's just more pressure to stay together or stay with somebody who I'm not happy. Like if I'm not happy with you, damn, I want to do all these divorce stuff.
I actually saw that post. It was Kelly Rowland. It was like 2 days ago I saw this post, and she was like,
shout out to Kelly Rowland, by the way.
I love Kelly Rowland.
Yeah, man.
Motivation's my shit. So she was like, I'm never getting divorced because marriage is something so sacred to me. And so if anything happens between me and my husband, we're going to work it out because I know he's the one. And so that's, to me, I'm not bashing Kelly Rowland.
Wait, that's say that again, bro?
She's saying that she will never get a divorce because marriage is something really, really sacred to her, right? And whatever happens between her and her husband, they're best believe they're going to work it out because they love each other. He's the one, she's the one for him. All that great stuff that people believe, that people like, right? And that's all well and good. I'm a firm believer that you should try your best to maintain a relationship, married or not. But what I'm hearing right now is that because we're married, I'm going to tolerate a lot more things that I would have otherwise not tolerated.
But with all the risk, because the stuff you're going to lose, you kind of
Exactly. Because now I'm in this position where I can't easily just navigate to someone who's a better fit. I have to try to either mold you or just cut off my leg financially.
You can also say that you just be more willing to fight for each other, which I don't get either. That's something I don't understand. Like if I love my girl, right, I'm gonna fight my hardest to make things work out regardless. I don't need to be married to do that. But there's no reason for me to need that incentive of like, oh, we're married now, or that pressure, we're married now, I gotta fight even harder. It's like, no, I'm gonna fight just as hard to keep you. If I don't want to be with you anymore, I don't want to be with you. It's that simple.
Right. I feel like
I mean,
marriage.
and then for me staying with you because I don't want to lose my assets. Like, what is
There
that?
you
It's
go.
not even. That's not even a
unhappy relationship.
Yeah, like there's no point. It's like, oh, now I'm gonna be stepping out. I'm gonna be like doing other shit. Like, and you just be like my roommate. And I haven't left you because it's too complicated. It'd be too messy.
It's not we're
Like,
separated.
who wants that?
Well, there's another thing. You can get separated. We can live separately. We can have, shared custody of the children without the divorce.
You know, man. How you
But
feel?
you can't marry anybody else.
How you feel about living separately from your wife, man? If that was the case, would you ever do that?
I would not live separately from my wife.
Never do that.
Not on like unhappy terms. Like if
No, on happy terms. Like you just prefer to.
Oh,
I've been thinking about that recently.
Sure.
No, honestly, bro, I've been thinking about that recently.
Yeah. You never saw those houses where it's two houses and there's a bridge that connects them, so you can go from one to the other without going outside. Like I would fade one of those.
What if it was like more space? What if it was just like 5 minutes away, 10 minutes away?
I fade that too.
I've been thinking about that recently, fam.
I fade that too.
Because I know someone close to me that does that, and it seems to work out pretty well for them.
Because overexposure does breed contempt. Chris Rock said that. Chris Rock says because like back in the day when folks got married and they were living together.
Yeah.
You would see each other for like 4 or 5 hours a day because you wake up. You go to work, you don't text, you don't call because technology was not advanced yet. So you see each other in the morning and then at night and then on weekends. But now, when you go to work, there's texting, there's calling. You have constant access to each other. You're probably not replying. Not everyone does this, of course, but others, a lot more time spent with each other. And now he's like, his mom and dad has been married for like 30 years, but they've been together for like 20 years. But I've been with you for 6 months, but we've been together for like 3 years because we're just constantly like talking, living, seeing you.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
After a while, you're going to get tired of that person, maybe. Unless like you got that special thing where you can survive the quarantine together. Like if you can survive the quarantine together, don't even bother getting married. You already know that you guys are good. I would say if you can survive the quarantine, living with your girl, living with your man, I would say you are all set, bro.
Oh man,
I would make that assumption. I would assume that any couple that comes out of this, bro, they wouldn't have to worry about like a marriage as like a symbol of their commitment to each other. The world will know.
The world will know.
I mean,
a lot of couples not making it. So I mean, that's a fair thing. But I've been thinking about this cohabitation thing, man. Like is living with somebody. I don't know, fam. I've been thinking about that recently. What's
the downside to it?
It's intriguing. Oh, the woman would never want that. I'm saying like 95% of women wouldn't want that. So it's like, all right.
Well, why not though?
They just have this thing in their head. It's the same thing about marriage. So it's just like, you come home from work, you see your husband, hey honey, how you doing? Then you spend the rest of the night together after a long day.
They want what they saw on TV, and they want to be seen a certain way. They don't really care about how it works. They just want to. I mean, I don't want to say they don't care about how it works because obviously they do, but they also care a lot about how it looks.
I mean, care less about that. Perception is very important to women. Status and perception are very important to women, man.
Absolutely.
So
less important to us.
Yeah. So like, a guy is more motivated by goals or whatever. Like, a woman is really motivated by like status and all this type of stuff. So I think that perception is the same thing. It's the same thing with the husband versus boyfriend thing. It's like, I want to have that title. It's like, how do I look? It's like I really had these conversations like with my exes. Like, it's like, how do I look having a baby daddy instead of a husband, right? Or how do I look saying, no, I have a kid with my boyfriend instead of a husband? I look dumb. He doesn't take me seriously. You can say it's societal too. Like society does that too. Like if someone says I have a boyfriend, I have a kid with my boyfriend versus I have a kid with my husband, you might think it's not as serious.
So like women have been trapping women for how long now? Because they look at each other funny if they're not married, but then once they do get married, 69% of them get divorced. Like why?
69% of them initiate the divorce.
69% of all divorces are initiated by women.
Yeah, and it was like 40% fail, regardless.
Was it like that? But whatever.
Yeah, it's like about 40% of marriages fail. So
Your homegirl's gonna look at you funny if you don't get married, but then once you do, there's a significant chance that you're gonna end up getting divorced and fucking yourself over financially and emotionally, because that shit is
But
exhausting.
women don't get the fucked over financially most of the time though. They get like alimony and spousal support and all that type of stuff. You know, which is another reason why, like, fam, why am I breaking up with you and paying you? Bro, like this don't make sense to me, fam. This don't make sense to me.
Yo,
I've never broke up with a girl in my life and
I
be like, yo,
can't wait.
here's some money for like the next 5 months. Here you go. Go do something with your life. Like
I cannot wait for
sense.
someone to explain that to me in a way that makes sense. What they say that she became accustomed to a certain way of life, and now it's your responsibility to uphold that quality of life, even though you're not with her no more.
The only argument I've ever seen for alimony or spousal support, whatever you want to call it, is that the woman sacrificed her living or her opportunities to advance her career. Like, if the woman became like a stay-at-home mom or something, she sacrificed her.
All right, but how many of them do that these days? Oh wait,
let's just call it 30%. We'll just throw out a number. We'll correct it. Let's just say 30% of women stay at home. Well, it used to be higher. You know, back in America,
30%. That's kind of high.
It is kind of high, but we'll just say 30% for now. It's probably lower. I'll put a graphic in the video to correct it. Right. Back in the day, you used to be able to have a nice picket fence off a one-man job and a nice family, all the whole shebang, right?
Right.
But you know, we're in different times now. Like, you can't live by yourself in the city, bro. It's just not happening.
No.
That's a whole.
Much less happening in a yard big enough to put a picket fence up.
Yeah. So, the idea is that women giving up opportunities to advance their careers, they live off their husband, and they can't leave away with nothing if they break up because they have nothing to do for themselves. So now the husband gives them some settlement money so she can go and advance her career. I think that's the only logical thing I can find out of that.
I guess. But now, aren't women who work getting alimony?
What?
Aren't women who work getting alimony?
Man, fam, alimony just don't make sense. Alimony will never make sense to me, fam. It'll never make sense to me. I don't know, bro. I just don't know. Alimony does not make sense. It doesn't make sense how, like, just think about it, bro. Think about if you broke up with your girl and now you got to pay her, fam.
So I found this article on Google, right, that said it's by ifstudies.org called Institute for Family Studies. From May 14, 2014, why men resist marriage even though they benefit the most from it. And now here the benefits are married men benefit more overall. In addition to being happier and healthier than bachelors, married men earn more money and live longer. And so they benefit the most from it.
So I'm happier and I'm healthier. No, I'm happier. I'm happier because I'm healthier and live longer.
So they said they're happier and healthier than bachelors. They earn more money and live longer. They didn't connect those things. The way that you're trying to connect it. Yeah. And they said that men can reap such benefits even from mediocre marriages, while for women, the benefits of marriage are more strongly linked to marital quality. I don't even know what that means. Well, I guess that they wouldn't get any benefits unless it's like a really, really good marriage. But for us, we get benefits even if it's a mediocre marriage.
Mediocre, like no.
I don't.
I mean, maybe that works. You know, and maybe that works for some guys. Maybe that works for some guys.
But they're saying the majority of men. They're talking about how men are the ones who say that they want to get married more. And this is from 2014, 6 years ago. Could be outdated. Most likely is. I just don't see that being the case right now.
Well, maybe I'm in like a small circle. You know, maybe I'm just in a really small circle. But I haven't heard any of my guys talking about I want to get married.
And we've had this conversation with a bunch of guys.
Yeah, I haven't heard anybody's in a rush to get married. You know, so I'm saying from guy to guy.
Because we live longer? Like, is it because we're stupid on our own and we
living long is cool, bro. Living long is cool, but that's not necessarily. But I just want to find out why being married makes me happier. I don't understand this connection. And that article didn't seem to say. But going back to the alimony thing, yeah, the alimony thing was like I was saying, it was like because like the person making a lower income, which is usually the woman. But nowadays it might change a little bit. so they can get back up on their feet after a divorce. Which is all right. Maybe I'll give you that.
Was she the one who
Still hate
initiated
it.
the divorce?
I don't think that matters.
Oh, it should though.
What?
Oh, it absolutely should. If you initiated the divorce, if you initiated the divorce while you were not on your feet, why I gotta pay to get you back on your feet? If I'm the one who came out of nowhere and blindsided you with this divorce while you're low, I can understand why they would say, okay, now you gotta help her get back on her feet because this is unexpected. She gave all this up for you, and then you came out of nowhere and just let her be. But if she's the one to come and say, yo, I don't want to be with you no more, let's get divorced. By the way, help me out. And then you can be on your way.
She's just unhappy, fam. She got the right to do that. She's not happy.
She doesn't have the right to my money, though, bro.
She
has the right to leave, for sure.
It's whoa. It's y'all money. It's not her money. It's not your money.
The
It's
money
y'all
that I make
money.
from my job is my money.
It's y'all money, bro.
The money that I make from my job is my money. The money
You're
that's
married,
in our joint account
you're
is
married,
our money.
So the money goes to you, and the money goes to her, bro.
No, fuck that.
It's y'all money. Y'all get married. It's y'all money. That's how it works, bro.
No, it's not.
Bro, that's how marriage works, fam.
No, it's not, bro.
You're a single household. That's literally how marriage works, bro.
The money that I work for.
You don't file taxes. You don't file taxes independently, bro. You file You know when you file your taxes, bro? Single, married, widowed, bro.
That's for taxes, bro. That's for taxes. I'm talking about the money that I earn.
Yeah, so it's the money you earn is for y'all. It's y'all money.
It's my money.
It's y'all money.
I'll spend it on us.
No.
It's my money.
You don't got the mindset of a married guy, bro. It's y'all money.
Maybe I don't.
It's y'all money.
But until it's in our joint account, that shit is mine. Until it's in our joint account, that shit is yours.
The money you make is the money you make for the household. The marriage is you becoming a union, which equals to become one. Y'all money, bro.
I don't like that idea. To becoming one thing that just destroys all individuality, all distinction, and then I don't like that.
It's y'all money.
We gotta remain our own people.
It's y'all money, regardless. Y'all be our own people,
bro.
But it's y'all money.
The money in our joint account is our money. That's what I'm gonna leave it at that. The money you make is yours.
Bro, it's y'all money.
The money you make is yours. The money I make is mine.
Hey.
Whether I work at Foot Locker and you're like a Fortune 500 company CEO, I don't care. That's yours. And what's mine is mine until it's in our joint account.
Yeah, that's all cool. Like going, hey man, saying the spouse that makes the lower amount of income is entitled to that money because y'all married.
So if you're a man who makes a low level of income, then you have more incentive to get married.
Perhaps, yeah.
It's just gonna be harder for you to do that. Who's gonna want you?
Yeah, women usually don't date men with lower incomes.
There you go.
Or men with lower status.
So it's usually they just set this shit up so they can just.
There's this theory called hypergamy, and it's.
I know what that is.
And it's very popular, and it's actually.
Put into the people.
You know, it was actually funny. I got this conversation with my cousin and a friend of mine who I talked to today actually, and it's like that whole thing about like women going for like status, etc.,
yes.
And like men going for like goals and like things that are just how men and women are different, right?
Right.
And it's why, and it goes back to one of the things why you'll never see a woman with a man who's usually like a lower status than her.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like bro, your chances of landing a Beyonce
while being me currently,
is like
impossible. Not even possible. I
But
could be everything she wanted in a man, but
a rich guy will more likely mess maybe a younger woman that's has nothing going on for it. So it's like things like that, right? So a guy from a higher status or position is far more likely to doesn't matter where you fit along that status pole.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas for a woman, it's usually you have to be higher than her.
And it also says that women will inevitably go for the man with the highest status that is attainable for her.
Yeah.
Like unapologetically. Like if you're with her and y'all been good, you got good status or whatever. But if a man with higher status comes along, more money, more whatever it is, her biology will tell her this is who you should be with. And if he ever becomes available, it's very likely that she will go for him over you because You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. And it's a theory, and I think there's some validity to that theory. But the example they use, right, is they discuss Beyonce and Jay-Z, where Beyonce can't leave Jay-Z because of this hypergamy thing, right? So even though Jay-Z cheat on her, et cetera, Beyonce is not going to find another Jay-Z.
Yeah, there's another thing.
I
See what they're saying with that.
Yeah, you see what they're saying, and that's kind of the thing that goes back to it. So, I mean, yeah, alimony in theory could work like that, but most of the time, it simply won't be. And status is only related to money. Don't get it twisted. Status is not only related to money.
No,
it's
it's
related
not,
to
right.
like your social standing. You know, you could be just famous,
Right.
or you can be, well respected. It could be whatever it is, right? It could be a multitude of things.
And women are drawn to that in men because men with higher status have more resources that could better provide for her and her offspring. Biologically, they just want that.
But as a guy to guy, fam, you say, yeah, Mary, I'll be like, oh, congrats to her, but it's like, there ain't no point, bro. I just don't see the point. I don't see, like, the financial risk doesn't make sense to me. The commitment thing, it just seems like more pressure than it will be just like, oh, there's more commitment now. I'm more committed to you. Like, if I'm committed to you for X number of years, you've been my girl, I've been faithful, we've been doing our thing, we now share our money, we share a spot to live, all this type of thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
What is the point of me getting married now? It's just now you just get a different title. And which
title.
the title might be the status thing for them. Maybe that's why women want it more, but for me, it don't matter.
You think that's ever going to die out? Like people, like women, are ever going to be like, all right, now I'm less. I don't feel as pressure to get married anymore.
But the reason that may be the case because women make more money now than they did before. I'm not saying they make more money than men, but they just make more money than they did before. So now you can see like some of those risks. Like now they're starting to see the financial risk of it, and it's like it doesn't make that much sense. It's like I think for just women, it's just a sense of security to get married, and that sense of security doesn't really exist in men because you don't get a sense of security from getting married.
Where's the security coming from? The fact that the government's involved?
The fact that
probably a question for the women, but yeah, I want to see what you think.
From the woman, from I'm thinking right for them, it's that now. Like if he messes up or whatever, like there'll be alimony, there'll be cash settlements, whatever. And then also that since he married me, since he made me his wife, that he'll just try harder. He'll go above and beyond.
Or he'll just try harder to hide his tracks.
Could be either or, man. But, hey, I'm just saying, bro. If you told me you're getting married tomorrow, I'd be like, hey, congrats and hope it works out. But I'll probably just study your case and see what happens, man.
I feel like the only reason for a man to get married is if he wants to. I don't feel like there's any convincing a guy if he doesn't really want to.
I think the reason why it says is just to keep your girl happy, Like I say all this stuff right now, but then like if push comes to shove and my girl like is that ultimatum, like what do you do,
If your girl gives you an ultimatum, walk away.
No, facts. No, it's like facts, 100%.
Even if you love her, walk away. You don't do that to people.
But no, it's like I got a couple people that are like that. Like my one of my boy's cousins was like. This girl was with her man for like 6 years. She's like, oh, if you don't marry me by Christmas, I'm done. If you don't propose to me by Christmas, I'm done. I was like, hey, that's how people are, bro,
What do you do?
Oh, he didn't propose. I don't know if he's still with her. I don't know if they're still together or not. But my guess it was a bluff. That's how I'm going to take a guess. I'll be sure to update y'all on that, man. But that's my guess, man.
That is foul, bro.
It is foul, but like, that's how women think, though. Women, like, especially if they want to get married, they want to get married.
Bro, this is something that should be spoken about like very early into the relationship. Even though it's weird, like you don't want to like be 2 months in talking about, oh, do you want to get married? Like that's weird because you're 2 months in, but that's something you got to figure out before you spend too much time with this person.
But if you're with a person, like is that a hill you want the relationship to die on? Like if that was like y'all are perfect and then like you don't want to get married, but she wants to get married.
That's not worth breaking up for. To me.
So you get married then?
No. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that's not worth breaking up for because if the only thing that you're mad about is the fact that I won't get the government involved in our relationship because that's going to be a sign of commitment, even though I've been committed.
But that's what it means for us, bro. For them, it means something different. And we'll be sure to have a follow-up episode, but for them, it means something different.
To them, it means, I mean, think about how people use committed.
All right, question real quick for you, bro. All right? So say you with your girl right now, right? Say you with your girl for like 5 years, right? You want to get you are indifferent. You are indifferent towards getting married, but indifferent going towards like slightly against getting married, right? That's what you are on the scale. So it's a scale of I want to get married. I'm indifferent. I don't want to get married. Right?
Mm-hmm.
You're in between indifferent and don't want to get married. But your girl wants to get married. And now she's really unhappy that you're not marrying her.
Because it's been 5 years.
Yeah. Right?
And what does she do?
She doesn't give you an ultimatum, but now you see her like she's always talking about marriage now. She's always bringing it up, being proposed to. And she's like, yeah, I just don't think I'll be happy if I never get married. You know, she drops hints like those. Like, if I never get married, I don't think I could ever really be happy. Or I can stay with that person. Like, she doesn't give you ultimatum. She just says, like, those type of things. What do you do? What do you do, bro?
Shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Uh-huh.
We gotta have a talk about it, man. I feel like if I'm indifferent leaning towards not doing it, but I still have like a level of indifference towards it.
But logically, does it make sense to do it?
Yeah, I still wouldn't say do it, because why do it if you don't want to do it? Like, if you ever see me getting married, know that it's because I wanted to do that shit.
Okay, yeah.
If you're indifferent leaning towards not doing, unless you're compelled to do it, don't do it. That carries way too much risk for the reward that it offers. And the rewards are very, very emotional. It's mostly intangible. There's a tax credit, like you said, but that's hardly I wouldn't call that tangible as far as rewards go.
Hey, man. It's tricky, man.
But the risks, they're not just emotional.
Logically speaking, bro, the risks don't outweigh the benefits. So there's just no the benefits don't outweigh the risk.
For anybody. Well, for men.
For men, for us.
For men specifically.
The benefits don't outweigh the risk. So I just cannot see the point.
As far as we can tell, but for women, they get, the status, they get the title, they get, the perception, they get the alimony,
security,
they get the kids, they get the security, they get the tax credits, which is what we got. They get that too. And I mean, I'm assuming they get to live longer. I don't know. Do they live shorter? Like, why is it that we live longer when I don't know, bro.
Hey, fam.
What about like now, you're with your girl.
Yeah.
Right. Let's say you've been with your girl for like 2-3 years, right? A good amount of time.
Yeah.
And, a lot of people get married to 2-3 years. I think it's fine. But you're not in a place in your life where you would feel comfortable getting married right now, but she's ready and she wants it.
No. Next question. It's not even anything to think about. No.
She's like, it's been 2-3 years.
Okay, good. That's your time.
Going to be completely ready.
My time is 2-3 years is not that long a period.
That's a good amount of time
to base the rest of your life on. To base the rest of your life on, fam?
I would say you're in a position. I would say you're in a position to know very well who that person is, and if you really want to make that commitment to them.
You can know very well who anybody is, bro. With 2 to 3 years, if I'm not ready for whatever reason, it could be the relationship, it could be my financial situation, it could be my living situation, it could be my family situation. There's so many outside factors. There's just so many outside factors of I love you, you love me to get married. There's way too many outside factors to get married. I have to worry about my job, my career, my goals, my vision, how I'm going to live. Like, there's way too many circumstances.
If love was the only criteria to getting married, I would have been married a couple times over by now.
Yeah, and you would have been divorced a couple times over.
And I shouldn't have been. Right? And so it's a lot more than just I love my girl, so let's get married.
If you're not ready, you're not ready. It's that simple. You're not ready, you're not ready.
But then they can say, why aren't you ready? They won't believe it's because career.
There's other things. There's just other things I want to do, and I can't wrap my head around myself being ready for this risk yet. There's just so many. There's so many factors. If you can wrap your head around, maybe somehow convincing yourself that the risk and benefits are the same, or if you're able to like brainwash yourself into thinking that you're gonna be good no matter what.
Brainwash?
And there's no way. No matter how confident you are in something, bro. If you logically know something, right? You logically know something, right? And you know how you feel about that thing.
Mm-hmm.
And you're gonna go against that. You're gonna have to do some
mental gymnastics.
Some mental gymnastics in there, right? But we all do mental gymnastics, though, right? Whether you think you're gonna be a millionaire, a billionaire, whatever, you gotta do some mental gymnastics. Outweighing the statistics, fighting against all those odds. So people always play these mental gymnastic games. So,
all right, there's a lot more questions that I have, but I want to wrap this up right now because I really want to get like a female perspective in here.
Yeah, this is just guy to guy, bro. This is just guy to guy.
Guy to guy, we can't figure out like a logical reason to get married.
You just have to keep your wife happy. You keep your girl happy, which is cool. And I want to keep my girl happy, but like, yeah, you know, it's problematic, bro. That's all I'm gonna say.
So for the guys out there, let us know what you think. Is there a benefit that we're missing when it comes to us being married? Like, even if for the married men out there, I hope we have some married men listeners right now, bro. Like, I really want to know like how things changed after you got married, because I don't have access to a lot of married men in my life. I can ask them that question, but I really want to know if things actually improved in your relationship, if it soured, what the benefits were. I really want to know.
And for the ladies, is there something we're missing? Like, is there something else for God to get married? Like, we're gonna have a follow-up episode for sure.
100% they think that we're full of shit right now. They think everything we just said are excuses. Maybe. I hope not.
Let us know if we're missing something. There'll 100% be a follow-up episode with some women on here, so don't worry to get y'all points across. It's just a guy type thing. But let us know what y'all think. Opinion Factory Podcast.
Comment down below.
Yep.
We're on Spotify, Stitcher, Apple, everywhere you get your podcasts.
YouTube.
Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. It takes 2 seconds, I think. Like, shift, click, maybe even just 1 second.
You will still have time to watch The Last Airbender. Last Airbender, Avatar on Netflix. Make sure y'all go do that, because we definitely gonna have some episodes on that too.
All right, and we're going to see you guys.
Let us know, and we'll see y'all
next week. Peace.